Thank you so much for coming out on this Sunday evening. In 1976, I opened my law practice in a building at the corner of University Avenue and Weeks here in East Palo Alto. I had just graduated from Stanford Law School and chose this city to begin my legal career. 7 years later, in 1983, after becoming a judge, I had the honor of administering the oath of office to East Palo Alto's first mayor and city council. After years of struggle, East Palo Alto had officially become a city, and no longer just the southern unincorporated tip of San Mateo County. Fast forward now 30 years, and today the city of East Palo Alto, with a population of 28,000, has changed dramatically in some ways, and in other ways, not so much. The racial makeup of the city has transitioned from almost entirely African American to a city that is now 65% Latino, 29% Caucasian, 17% African American, and 39% Pacific Islander. East Palo Alto has the largest concentration of Pacific Islanders of any American city or town outside of Hawaii. Today, 32% of the city's residents are under the age of 18. And that's about 9,000 young people. And 12% are between the ages of 18 and 24. That's another 3,400 young adults. So what hasn't changed so much? East Palo Alto experienced profound crime and poverty, especially during the 1980s and early 1990s. In 1992, it had the highest homicide rate in the country. And since then, the city's crime problems have subsided and the murder rate has declined. The median income for an East Palo Alto household is $44,000 a year. 20% of families in East Palo Alto live below the poverty line. Now contrast that with the $150,000 median income for a household across the freeway in Palo Alto. The city's school district continues to wrestle with low academic performance, and there continues to be an insufficient number of programs and activities for teens and young adults. And yet, my love of and support for this wonderfully diverse city and my belief in its future is as strong as ever. During my nearly 20 years as a judge, I presided over thousands of cases involving young people, most of whom were youth of color. And when I had to incarcerate juveniles and young adults, it didn't make me happy. The criminal justice system gave us judges very little discretion. And the thinking was, just haul these young offenders into court and let's hope that locking them up will change them. Well, I didn't buy it then, nor do I buy it now. Fortunately, there are people like Steve Wagstaff, the district attorney of San Mateo County, and other like-minded people who understand the importance of giving young people opportunities to develop their minds and their bodies so that they never enter the criminal justice system. And this brings me to why we are all here tonight. The East Palo Alto Boxing Club gives our young people those opportunities. And you will notice that I said our young people. The fact that you may not reside here doesn't make these young folks any less your responsibility. Do not let borders, those lines that divide cities, separate us as human beings. These are our children. And when it comes to judging, the only judges that boxing club members will ever stand before are the judges who decide if they won or lost their boxing matches. And that's the way it should be. I thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of the Boxing Club and to acknowledge its founder, its staff, and the talented young people who benefit from this terrific program. So I leave you with a little boxing trivia. Here's the question, actually, it's a trivia question. Who is Elva Shane, S-H-A-I-N? All right, Elva Shane was the first woman to judge a heavyweight title fight, and the fight was between Muhammad Ali and Ernie Shavers. Thank you all.